From our Chicago studios, this is the Muslim News on Muslim Network TV. Assalamu alaikum, I'm Samana Siddiqui. The Pentagon will now allow civilian staff to assist Homeland Security at the U.S.-Mexico border. The move aims to speed up ongoing security and immigration efforts to tighten the border, a key focus of the Trump administration. Qualified civilian employees from the Defense Department will be sent on temporary assignments. These deployments may be paid or unpaid depending on the training benefits involved and follow Homeland Security's existing procedures. Pentagon spokesperson Sean Parnell said the decision supports national security goals. He stressed the need to block what he called bad actors and illegal substances from entering the country. The Council on American Islamic Relations, or CAIR, has condemned attacks by Representatives Randy Fine and Elise Stefanik, calling their anti-Muslim and anti-Palestinian remarks morally bankrupt. Fine and Stefanik had claimed that CAIR and other organizations supporting Palestinians should be labeled terror groups. According to Track AIPAC, both Fine and Stefanik have received hundreds of thousands of dollars in funding by the pro-Israel lobby group, the American Israel Public Affairs Committee. CAIR's Government Affairs Department Director Robert McCaw said the calls to label CAIR a terrorist group are politically motivated and lack any legal basis. He warned that Stefanik and Fine's campaign could waste millions in taxpayer dollars on what he called McCarthyist investigations. McCaw stressed that advocating for Palestinian rights is legal and protected under the U.S. Constitution. He also accused Fine of promoting hate online and celebrating violence against civilians, including Americans. McCaw defended CAIR's civil rights work, saying such smears have failed for decades because they are not backed by evidence. Elon Musk says the Department of Government Efficiency, or Doge, has unfairly become the whipping boy for U.S. budget cuts. Speaking to CBS News, Musk said Americans wrongly blame Doge for issues like Social Security delays, calling such fears completely untrue. He defended Doge's mission to shrink government, cut regulations, and streamline federal offices. Musk warned against relying too much on big government, comparing the federal bureaucracy to the notoriously slow Department of Motor Vehicles, or DMV. Though Musk no longer serves as Trump's top advisor, he praised the administration's work, saying he agrees with most of it, but admitted they sometimes differ. Despite stepping down, President Donald Trump said Musk will stay involved with Doge's efforts to slash red tape and phase out what he called outdated systems. In a sudden policy shift, the Trump administration has paused plans to cut Social Security benefits from seniors who defaulted on student loans. The Department of Education earlier announced it would resume loan collections, including garnishing retirement checks, but the agency now says it will delay that move. More than 450,000 borrowers aged 62 and up are in default and at risk of losing up to 15% of their Social Security income. Officials say the pause aims to protect seniors who rely on fixed incomes. Consumer advocates warn the cuts could threaten essentials such as food and medical transport. The change gives older borrowers time to get back on track without losing benefits. It is unclear how long the pause will last. The European Union has warned it will hit back if the U.S. follows through on its plan to double tariffs on EU steel and aluminum imports from 25% to 50% starting Wednesday. The European Commission says it strongly regrets Washington's move and warns it could trigger automatic countermeasures by July 14th. Spokesperson Olaf Gill said the hike adds economic uncertainty and undermines ongoing talks. The EU paused its own tariffs in April to allow for negotiations. But with no deal in sight, Brussels is preparing for new retaliatory measures. Gill stressed the EU is ready to act to protect its workers, consumers, and industries. He added that counter tariffs could be implemented even earlier if the situation escalates. Saudi Girl Scouts step up to serve Hajj pilgrims. Details after the break, so stay tuned and we'll be right back. A mural honoring Black icons in Miami's Dorsey Park has been defaced with racist graffiti. Miami police are treating it as a hate crime and asking the public for tips. White spray paint covered the faces of historic figures such as Jackie Robinson. The mural was created in 2012 by the MLK Mural Project. Founder Kyle Holbrook condemned the attack, calling it an act of hate, but vowed to restore the mural. He said the artwork represents pride and strength, adding, "Black history is American history. No spray paint can erase that truth." Holbrook, who has painted more than 300 murals worldwide, says the work will return stronger and bolder. Israel has killed at least 58 Palestinians in attacks across Gaza since early Tuesday. The deadliest strike hit southern Rafah, killing 27 people waiting for aid. The Israeli army claims it fired on people straying from approved routes near an aid center. Palestinian officials accuse Israel of repeatedly targeting starving civilians at humanitarian sites. They say 102 Palestinians have been killed near aid centers in just 8 days. 4 more people died in Jabalia, while 2, including a child, were killed in northern Gaza. In central Gaza, Israeli shelling on a tent shelter in Deir al-Balah killed 3 and injured more than 20. 6 others, including 2 children, died in Khan Yunis when Israeli jets hit civilian shelters. Israel confirms 3 soldiers were killed in Jabalia, the deadliest attack on its troops since March. An Israeli soldier told Yediot Ahronot that more than 10,000 soldiers have been killed or injured since October 2023, though official figures list 861 dead and 5,921 wounded. Spain has scrapped a $325 million arms deal with Israeli firm Rafael. In the UK, more than 2,200 health workers have urged the government to act against Israel's genocide in Gaza. Israel has killed over 64,000 Palestinians since October 2023, mostly women, children, and the elderly, according to a study published in January by the British medical journal The Lancet. In a new escalation of tensions, over 500 Israeli settlers stormed the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound in occupied East Jerusalem on Monday. They entered under heavy Israeli police protection to mark the Jewish holiday of Shavuot. According to Jerusalem's Islamic Endowment Department, the Israeli settlers forced their way in through the Al-Mugharba gate and performed Talmudic rituals at the mosque's gates. Witnesses described the scene as a deliberate provocation at Islam's third holiest site. The incursion drew strong condemnation from Palestinian officials and came amid growing unrest in the region. Al-Aqsa is frequently targeted by Israeli settlers who have been allowed entry by Israeli authorities almost daily since 2003, except on Fridays and Saturdays. Israel has occupied East Jerusalem since the 1967 war and unilaterally annexed it in 1980, a move rejected by the international community. At Cambridge University in the UK, students have launched a new protest urging the university to cut financial ties with Israeli firms and arms manufacturers. The demonstration began under the iconic Newton tree at Trinity College, which is linked to Isaac Newton's discovery of gravity. College officials surrounded the tree with barricades and tarp to block the protest from view. Students then moved their tents to nearby St. John's College and continued their demonstration. This comes after King's College, Cambridge became the first Oxbridge college to fully divest from the arms trade and companies linked to Israel's occupation of Palestine. Student groups and Free Palestine movements have been campaigning for nearly a year. A London man has been found guilty of a religiously aggravated offense after burning a copy of the Quran outside the Turkish consulate. 50-year-old Hamid Koskun set fire to the Islamic holy book in Knightsbridge in February while shouting Islamophobic slogans. District Judge John McGarva ruled that Koskun's actions were fueled by hatred of Islam and its followers. He called the act highly provocative and rejected Koskun's defense of free speech. The judge said Koskun's behavior was not protected under the European Convention on Human Rights and was meant to provoke a reaction. Video of the incident went viral, sparking public outrage. A passenger boat carrying 39 people capsized in the Meghna River off of Bangladesh's Noakhali coast on Saturday, killing 1 and leaving 5 missing. The boat was en route from Basanchar Island to Janta Ghat in Hatia town when it sank due to rough weather and tidal waves. Rescuers, including locals and police, saved 33 passengers and recovered 1 body. The passengers included civilians, security personnel, and possibly Rohingya refugees. Authorities are yet to confirm exact numbers. The incident occurred amid heavy rainfall and high tides triggered by a monsoon depression over the Bay of Bengal. Hundreds of homes were submerged in the coastal areas, and river transport in Hatia has been suspended. Weather officials confirmed the southwest monsoon has set in and urged caution at key maritime ports across the region. Rescue efforts are ongoing. Saudi Girl Scouts are stepping up to serve pilgrims during this year's Hajj pilgrimage. A special camp was launched in Mina to prepare for the task. The event was attended by Dr. Abdurrahman Al-Mudaris, Vice President of the Saudi Scouts Association, and Princess Sama bint Faisal, head of the Girl Scouts Committee. Al-Mudaris praised the growing role of Girl Scouts, calling it a major step aligned with Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 plan for the country. He said early preparations and a focus on quality and innovation will drive this year's services. Princess Sama highlighted the girls' high level of competence and their strong presence in local and international scouting. She noted significant upgrades in planning and equipment at this year's camps. The Saudi government said the initiative reflects the kingdom's commitment to empowering young women and enhancing services for the millions of pilgrims visiting the holy sites. A breakthrough from Virginia Tech may help tackle the world's growing e-waste crisis. Engineers Michael Bartlett and Josh Warch have developed a new type of electronic circuit that is recyclable, self-healing, and just as strong as traditional plastics. The innovation comes as global e-waste has nearly doubled in 12 years, with only 20% being recycled, according to a 2024 UN report. The durable, reconfigurable circuit boards are being hailed as a major upgrade from today's energy-hungry recycling methods. That's all from our Chicago studios tonight. Thank you for watching Muslim News. We are a community channel dedicated to bringing you stories you can trust. Please like, share, and subscribe to our content. You can also comment to let us know what you think of our coverage. Please donate now by visiting muslimnetwork.tv/donate. For more content, keep watching Muslim Network TV. Salam.